Hello, my name is Chris and today I will review the Subaru WRX 2020. WRX comes in 4 trims. Base price is $31,958 Canadian and it comes with cloth seats, 17-inch mags, base sound system and infotainment, and is available in many nice colors. Sport goes for $35,458 and has Subaru's driving aid package EyeSight, 10-way power seats, blind spot and rear cross traffic alert, sunroof and discrete rear spoiler, and better rear brakes. Sport Tech goes for $38,758 and you get premium sound with larger 7-inch infotainment, 18-inch wheels, proximity key with push button start, and leather seating. This Sport Tech RS goes for $41,658 and comes with fat Brembo brakes and 8-way Recaro seats. The genius of Subaru is there is never any compromise with convenience. This is evident in the WRX. Sitting in the back, for example, is not a chore for passengers. I sit very comfortably behind myself. Sitting in front is okay too. I positively hate Recaro seats. They are always overkill, but in this WRX, they are actually not too uncomfortable. I have not driven a Subaru in quite a few months, and the ease of use and driver friendliness is evident here. Huge front window, large side windows, a natural arrangement of the controls, basic commands that are never complicated in a Subaru are consequently safer to use. The infotainment screen is small, but we all use CarPlay and Auto now, so who cares? For those of you who live above the snowline, the Subaru 4-wheel drive system ensures safety in the winter and fun even if it is raining, with a peace of mind in terms of mechanical reliability. Subaru has been making and perfecting their 4-wheel drive system for decades. WRX handles well, it accelerates like crazy, and the manual transmission is notchy and a joy to use. The suspension is also reasonably comfortable, making it a good daily driver. It is not a penalty box like the STI. Although the STI is certainly praiseworthy because it is an animal and has a very addictive edge, WRX is by far my first choice. It is so much easier to live with every day. And when you make sick car payments every month, you want to enjoy your car all the time. The only flaw is the interior design that is way too dated for a $41,658 car that this WRX costs, and there is average road noise for this price. I choose the Sport Tech version. The turbocharged 4-cylinder engine is sublime and makes 268 horsepower and 258 pounds of torque. This isn't a toy. It picks up speed very fast and continues to pull strongly after 100 kilometers an hour. It is also available with a CVT that has artificial gears. Fuel economy for this manual is 11.3 liters in the city and 8.5 liters on the highway, 2533 mpg for American customers. Here are my thoughts on the road. Hello car lovers driving the Subaru WRX 2020. What to say about this vehicle? Well, it's one of the first cars I ever reviewed on my channel. You can take a look at that video if you want. It's like 5 years ago, which is kind of awesome. And you'll see, incidentally, how the quality of the videos have increased since in a short span of 5 years. We'll start with the exterior styling. Well, I like the exterior styling of this Subaru. When I say I like it, I mean I like it a hell of a lot better than the STI. I can't stand the big wing in back. I find it looks squat. This car has a much more low-key look than that STI, which suits my personality a lot better. And the mags are very nice. So good job on the exterior styling. It is getting a little bit old in tooth, but it is kind of a classic Subaru shape that I think a lot of fans like. So I don't know how they're going to style the next one. The suspension. Well, the suspension works very well. I'd say that although it isn't a soft suspension, it's certainly years from the STI, which is a very hard suspension. I mean, if you have a cavity and you get a filling from the dentist, if you want to make sure that filling is good, you can go in an STI and drive around on Montreal's roads for 15 minutes. And I'm telling you, if that dentist didn't do an A1 job, your filling's going to fall out. That's how hard the suspension is on that vehicle. In here, not the same at all. I'm driving in Montreal's shitty roads. roads. It's taking the bumps. We can hear it. It's making a little racket, but I mean, it's not uncomfortable. You're driving around and you can, this is fine. So suspension great on that level, really handles well at high speed. Other things about this interior, well, you have the classic Subaru qualities. Underreported by car reviewers. What are those? Wonderful visibility, excellent visibility, a low dash line which gives you great visibility outwards, and when you're parking too, you can see very easily. You have here easy to use controls. The switchgear is a bit cheap. The quality when you're using them doesn't feel that good. However, they are easy to use. The layout is familiar. I mean, if you've driven any car in the past 20 years, you get into the side of Subaru and you don't need to read the instruction manual. You instinctively know what to do. I like that. The screen, infotainment screen, is a bit small. The dash is easy to read. What else about this vehicle? Well, this one here is with the manual transmission, really a short throw. 6-speed manual, and also the gears are relatively closely spaced, so it makes for sporty driving. Also, from a reliability perspective, well, a 6-speed manual is just more reliable than a CVT. I think the jury's out on that. The seats, what about those Recaro seats? Well, normally Recaro seats, I find they're the worst seats on the planet. Every car I go into that has Recaro seats, you can be certain I will never buy it. However, in this Subaru, I must say they're not that bad. There is heavy bolstering, but they are comfortable. Why do you need heavy bolstering? It's for the manual transmission. When you are driving fast and you're taking curves, when you have an automatic transmission, you can press with your left foot on the dead pedal to keep you in your place and to keep you driving. However, when you're driving a manual, you can't do that. You've got to shift. So you need bolstering to keep you in place. Very important, and this seat does that very well without being too uncomfortable. Nice. This car does come with a HK sound system, upgraded mags. It does come with upgraded brakes, and brakes are important. We often think about an engine for going fast, but having good brakes that will resist fade is important when you're driving fast. So this is the plus value of the upgrade of this model. Overall, I would say this is definitely my first choice in terms of the Subaru products when you're comparing this to the STI. I like the STI. It is an animal, but however, to live with every day, I just don't think I can handle it. This vehicle offers, I think, 90% of the qualities of that vehicle while having a certain smoothness, a certain refinement, a certain easiness to live with day to day, and you're gonna love how this engine produces power. And I think it's a very homogeneous package. It does everything well. Of course, this vehicle is going to be upgraded in the future, I suspect, and it's due for an update, at least in my eyes, though I must say the Subaru diehard fans really like their Subarus, and that is reflected in the resale value, which brings to the recommendation. I definitely recommend this on the lease, right? Every car is almost recommendable on the lease. If you go for the test drive and you like it, well then, lease it. At the end, if you're sick of it, you just bring it back. If it breaks, you bring it to the dealer and they fix it, right? Because it's usually under warranty. However, on the purchase, I certainly recommend the WRX. I mean, they have such crazy resale values. Everybody loves four-wheel drive. The four-wheel drive system of Subaru is certainly one of the best, if not the best in the business. I mean, they've been doing this forever. So really comforting for those who live above the snow line. And those are my thoughts on this car. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well, then you should subscribe. And that is it.